And so now I'm just going to draw a something. Hey guys. If I sound all sing-songy, it's because I'm actually listening to just some jazz in the background. Jazz, yes. Alright, so what am I doing today? My name is Unari. Oh god, that's horrible. My name is... No, wait, no. There we go. So, I just want to go ahead and, I don't know, I just want to record a little something. I like to sketch, I like to draw. I don't draw professionally, I don't think I draw well enough to be professional. I just, I like drawing. I like creating, I like sketching things. Oh, good, there goes my neck. Yep, so I already had my coffee, or have some of it. I can always use more. More coffee is great. Keeps me going. Keeps me alive. I always look forward to that. You know, first thing in the morning, just grab a cup of coffee, get a bowl of cereal, and everything's nice. Now, I don't need to open eyes right now. In fact, these shouldn't even be eyes. When I make these aren't the exact eyebrows. I'm just kind of getting the shape of what the brow is going to look like, because I'm trying to imagine, alright, this is the person's skull. Here's the eye hole. And since we're not eating eye holes, the eye hole man is not going to come in here and kick my ass. There we go. So, I mean, you got to kind of think of this skull shape. I love giving attention to cheekbones, because most of the time I don't even think about it. I mean, when you look at somebody's face, unless they have really prominent cheekbones, you kind of don't think about it. But then drawing, I understand with anime, what they want you to do is, have a circle, and then, I guess if you want to make it really simple, just go to a point. Like, bam, that's the face. But then when you get to a real person's face, it's, yeah, sure, you can do a circle, you can do an oval, because it's going to be the same general shape. But then when it comes down to it, I'm going to measure it out real quick. See, that's the bottom of the chin. Let's go ahead and just get the general shape of the face. Now, where I'm stopping right here, that's actually not the cheekbone. This is not the cheekbone. This is more the jawline. If you want to feel like around your jaw, and then there's that little edge where it goes to your neck. I know that best as the sour spot. You eat something sour, you drink something sour, and it's like the edge of your jaw. It just feels great. For me, it does. I love sour stuff. But, okay, so you get the face down. There's the jaw. And then you just measure out where the lines are going to be for the eyes and whatnot. So the top of the head, this is not the top of the face, this is the top of the head. And I say that because hairline, a high hairline, can be about here. And most people have foreheads, so this is the peak of the hairline to the eyebrows. And eyebrows are there because they form on the ridge of here, of this bone here. So they form on the ridge of the brow. Depending upon, you know, genetics, ethnicity, race, there's different shapes for the skin that goes over the eye. For example, and this is just me observing. I noticed that for most, let's say like European, Caucasian, they have the fold here, and then the eyes are a little sunken in. And there's the fold there, so yeah, there you go. There's an eye. And then, what have I seen? Like of Asian, like Eastern Asian. There's the brow. But then the eye then just immediately goes here. It's like there's very little to no fold. If there is a fold, it's kind of sunken in behind. Because right here, I don't know, I can't explain it well enough. But I bet if you were to look up, it's something that's interesting to note. It's something that's fun to look at when drawing other people, is to, you know, let's just look at the differences. I've always kind of wondered that. I think maybe that's not really an Asian eye because I'm giving too much prominent. If I were to make that an Asian eye, let me go ahead and do this. Let's do that. And let's just go immediately to eyebrow. If you look at backgrounds, you can kind of see that the changes in art style as well. I mean, yeah, sure, I understand most people, when they think of Asia, when they think of Japan, Korea, China, they consider, you know, the cartoon, anime style, and, you know, big eyes with elaborate eyelashes and stuff there to draw your attention to the eyes, and then it goes straight into eyebrows. But the thing is, though, at least with my eyes, is that they're more almond shaped. They're smaller than cartoons and anime, but they still give me character. There are my eyelids, there are my eyebrows. And I draw this in, I shade this in with lines because I want to kind of give it depth. I want to make it look like, oh, you can see that my eyes are dug into my skull a little bit. Oh, you can see that due to my age and lack of sleep, that I have bags under my eyes. You want to add a little more age, add a bit more lines. There are the wrinkles. My skin has been on my face for so long that gravity is dragging it down. Oh, I don't get on the Nordic track enough. So I must have excess skin and fat drooping from the, it's supposed to be my cheeks. Anyway, back to this. So, shape of the face. Draw the whole head, top of the head, hairline, down here, brows. Now from here, I guess I drew this line here because I know, like I said, that's connecting the bottom of the jaw. Let's go ahead and ignore that for now, because you're not going to be looking at the line connecting the jaw when you're looking at someone's face. You usually see the features, you see the brow, and then you see the nose. I like making a line in the middle of the bridge of the nose. You can make a line here at the bottom, and you can even darken it up a bit, because if you feel like, oh, that's a shape that's going to take up space, it's going to make a shadow because it's protruding from the face. Yeah, go for it. But, I mean, I'm trying to still experiment with the shape of people's noses. Some noses go out. They have big nostrils. Some noses go in a little and then go out. They could point up. Some noses have interesting shapes, and I'm kind of a little jealous of that because it's not so generic. Like, they'll go down, then they'll have a little sunken in or broken something. I don't know, who knows? Maybe that is a broken nose in life. Maybe it's, you know, battle scars. It'll point down, and then it'll have a it'll have like a sharp up curve. I don't know. Everybody's different. It's actually pretty good to note. You know, try that. Try that. Look at your best friend and just, you know, look at the different features on their face and kind of take note of what is it about this person that as soon as I see their face, like, bam, I know it's my friend. Oh, I can differentiate you between somebody else. And yeah, people have different features. For me, I see myself. I got thick eyebrows. I like my thick eyebrows. It's like the one feature I like. I wear glasses. It's a very short caricature. And one of my glasses has a cracked lens. Okay. Yeah, I pick at my nose a lot. Do I pick my nose? Well, okay, if I'm blowing my nose with tissue paper, then yeah, sure. But, I mean, I I have a thing at picking at my skin, so it's a bad habit. But because of that, though, I do recognize that my nose is a little, kind of has a bit of a bulb. And there's a crease on the inside and sticks out. And then there's the nostril. That's something I want to note, too. When drawing faces, when drawing caricatures, whatever, I like giving myself the challenge of, you know, draw the actual nose. I don't like doing the anime, like, oh, let's use this face. Like, oh, hey, big face. And, alright, and then I'm going to continue with the features. Bam, there's the nose. All right, now let's go with the mouth. And then, oh wait, you want me to do more with the nose? Okay, bam, nostril. All right, now let's go with the mouth. And just yeah, no, 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 no. There are more features to a person's face than just that. I like drawing the nose because it's a challenge. It is a challenge. It's something that defines somebody's face. It separates it in half. And also the same thing too that I don't like about these lines is that it's too simple, but also that it just doesn't. How do I explain? Okay, you can obviously see that, like, if I even the lines I draw, if I cut this in half, one side is not exactly the same as the other. But that's the same for every person, though. Somebody's face is not exactly the same as the other side. It's never going to be the same size. The eyes are actually a little bit of different size. Skin's a little bit of different size. Everybody's a little messed up. Everybody's a little imperfect. And so, actually, that's kind of fun. I like that. And so, whoops, there we go. Don't hinder yourself. Don't think everything has to be perfect. Like, yeah, sure, it looks wonderful in a painting, it looks wonderful in a creation, in a collage or whatever, but don't limit yourself. I mean, just take into account the imperfect similarities of everyone's features, because it's fun that way. I mean, if you really want to. Now, I'm not saying that, no, don't do it, it's horrible, it's evil. You can do it if you want. Like that. Okay, so what I just did is I just highlighted half of this, I cut it in half. And if I really wanted to, flip horizontally. There. And if you feel like this is something you want to do too, while you kind of get used to, like, oh, hey, I drew that curve really well. Let me go ahead and save it, crop it, and then, let me just keep doing that. It'll also change your perspective. That's actually kind of cool. And that's better than what I originally had. See, even I changed my mind. I changed my thoughts. But, yeah. Just, there's no right or wrong way about going about it. People's features have you know, it's different on both sides. I'm horrible at just rambling on and, you know, going left and right, different tangents. But I personally, though, I like drawing the nose because it is interesting. It casts a shadow depending upon where the light source is from. And I will tell you one thing that I'm sure most of you may understand. When I have a cold, when I have, you know, something that's just keeping me from breathing, I think of all the times, like, man, I have taken for granted the moments that I've been able to breathe in through my nose clearly and breathe out. Oh, that feels great. Because when I'm sick, I'm going to miss that so much. And so I kind of think of the same way with my drawings. I'm like, it's kind of hard to breathe through, you know, one tiny little nostril. It's like, oh, yeah, oh, but it's pretty. Oh, but it's cute. Oh, but yeah. Try breathing through that. Try breathing through that. It's not fun. No. Let me just suck up all the air. All the air. I'll feel so much better if I can breathe. Oh yeah, just. Let me just breathe in all that air. Let me feel alive. But yeah. So, alright, so back to measuring lines. Top of the head, hairline, brow, nose, whether it be the bottom of the nose or the bridge, however you feel like, because you're going to be changing the shape depending upon who it is. And then, mouth. Mouths are always fun. I can't really give any guidelines to mouth. All I know is that it's, well, okay. I mean, when you're making the line for a mouth, it really depends on the person's face, too, and who you're designing. You can have, you know, like, there's the nose, and there are the lips. See, like, how short that distance is? And then you can either, you know, like, okay, bam, there we go, there's the person's chin. Or, you know, depending on their genetics, depending on who they are, bam, there's their chin. Yeah, pretty heroic, or not heroic, or or hey, you can draw the moon guy from those old McDonald's commercials. Really showing my age there. Oh yeah, yeah. It really depends on your design. So there's no. What I would say, even if you want to stretch the distance between the nose and the lips too, that also kind of gives character. It also gives definition. There you go, and then tiny chin. It all depends on your design. It all depends on what you're trying to communicate. But just know that if you have more skin here, you're drawing attention to this area. You're going to have a big empty space there. You know, there's tiny lips here. You're drawing attention here. If you have, you know, little to no space, you're not really drawing attention to there. You're kind of drawing attention to, oh, okay, lips. Over here, I can get, you know, like little lips, small lips, thin lips, I should say. But then, bam, there's attention to the chin. Or if you don't want to give any attention at all, there. Now all the attention is going to the nose because it's the largest protruding feature here on the face. So it all depends. It all depends on what you want. Because what you want, baby, I got it. And what you need, I don't know the rest of the words. So, there you go. Those are my measurements for a front facial view. I guess you saw me drawing, you know, from the side, but I always do 3/4. But yeah, so these are my views. These are my little things I like. I love drawing faces. I love expressions. And I guess I have a thing for drawing 3/4 because I just feel like it's a bit more of a challenge. I never feel like I really look at somebody, you know, head on. Or if I do, I guess I don't pay attention to the features. I more so pay attention to, you know, to glances. You know, just turning glances like, oh, hey, how's it going? I didn't mean to look at you and I didn't see you there, but hi, how, hey, who. And also, too, I guess the way that somebody faces you or the way that you remember somebody facing you also kind of depends on, it kind of shows their what do I want to say, their rank? Not really rank. Look at it this way. If you're a kid, your first view of looking at your parents may be something like this. You're like, hey, oh, hey, little guy, hey, how's it going down there? Oh, he's so cute. Sure, they may be looking down on you, but it's not looking down on you in a demeaning way. It's like, oh, hey there, it's okay, look up to me. I'm here to protect you. I'm here to help you. I'm a good, happy person. Oh, so good. And so, there's that. Or, hey, maybe if you're the kid, maybe if you do want to look at it that way, it's like, hey, there's somebody picking on me, and you know, kind of leave me alone. I'm getting that other eye messed up. Of course, though, if they're looking down on you, you want to show a little more white, a little more cheek. I say white as in like show a little more white in the eyes because you're looking up. Maybe you'd have less pupil. Actually, yeah, I probably would have less pupil. Let me draw the eyes first. No. Now I see where my mistake is. Let me draw them lower. There we go. There you go. If you have older siblings that tease you and pick on you, I bet anything you probably made this face. You made this expression before. It's like, hey, did you eat the last of the cereal? Did you eat the last of the Lucky Charms? Did you eat my... There we go. Did you drink all my chocolate milk? You know, something like that. So, you know, just how somebody faces you, how somebody looks at you, can say a lot. It can say a lot. They could just be looking at you. It's like, oh, hey, how's it going? You're just, you know, another person. I'm looking at you eye to eye. But, yeah, depending on how they look at you, from what angle, they could say almost as much as an expression. So, yeah. Sorry I'm not saying much. I'm just trying to feel out. I never plan anything. Even this wasn't exactly planned. I just did it on a whim. You know, this little recording, me saying stuff. See, look at that. Look at all this I could do from just a little circle here. It all depends on angles. You know, just angles, perspective. Yeah. I'm gonna put the chin there. And... Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah. Cause I'm cool. I'm not cool. I'm a dork. I'm a big dork. Actually, no. I made a point of doing that. So let's just put the forehead there. We're not gonna add more to that. We're just yeah. Yeah, Roadhouse. Sorry, it's just the memory that came up. But yeah. See, there you go. You can do stuff, do things with shapes, do things with lines. They're fun. So yeah, it's just me giving my little couple of cents, 2 cents, my 6 pence, in a pocket full of rice. So hey, if you ever like drawing, maybe just pick up something. Pick up anything. If you like if you have pencil and paper, pick that up. If you don't have pencil and paper, heck, I used to draw in the sand outside. You know, you never come out anything fine and clean like this, and it's really hard to make an eraser in the sand. But yeah, just create, make stuff, design things. That's how photographs came about. I know people are, taking selfies. Oh, digital camera this, digital recording that. And then they're using it for other means. Like, oh, hey, I'm going to take a selfie so that way people know how cute I look. And then I'll get likes on Instagram or Facebook or, I don't know. But in the beginning, though, is all about just capturing a moment, capturing a memory, capturing something that's stuck in your mind. And in my opinion, capturing stuff like that, it all begins with what's important to you. What do you like? What do you want to save? What memories do you want to save? Me, I just want to create stuff. I have ideas in my head. I have a life in my head that I can't live out in the real world. That's why I love cartoons. Because, well, I like fictional stories. If I read about something, I put myself into that story so much that I think, like, wow, if only I was a character and I could be in there. What if I could be, the person that I think or that I want to be, instead of, being here in the real world and being who I actually am? What if I could be, the strong guy that everybody depends on? What if I can be, what if I could be the hero? I'll tell you one thing. I had a dream, and I know I explained it once before in a post, but I really love this dream. It's my favorite dream. And it turned out it was a nightmare, but hey, it was fun. I had a dream where, let's draw out parts of this. Yeah, let me just put that over to the side. Let's open up a little thing here. All right. So I had a dream that... Get over here. Okay. I'm using my tablet, so... All right. So I had a dream that I was invited to, a great castle, a great cathedral, kind of. It was like old modern. What am I saying? Old medieval times. There's a great castle, and there's a... I can't really draw the whole thing because I only remember that section. We were in a courtyard. Yeah, so we were in a courtyard, and we were invited to this place by a duke and a duchess, and they were just stinking rich. And they invited all of us, just regular people. Like, we're not exactly peasants, but hey, we were just invited. It's like, you've been cordially invited to participate and blah, blah, blah. So we went, and it was actually pretty cool. They had a roast. They had this huge beast roast, and it wasn't... like, it wasn't of any animal that I can think of. I remember at the time I was playing lots of Monster Hunter. So, yeah, it was just a slab of... how do I want to draw this? There's like a bone here, and there's just a slab of meat. It's just spit roasted. It just, yeah, it was just burning, and then just, you know, crank it up, just, you know, rotate it, get that evenly cooked. Delicious. And so we were invited, and I had a girlfriend in the dream, and the Duchess came by and she asked all the women, you know, hey, go into the dance hall. And then all the men would stay outside, you know, attend to the barbecue, because men love meat. And, you know, all the guys, they weren't really complaining. They're just like, hey, how's it going, man? It's like, oh, hey, Josh, I'm just doing just fine. How are the kids? That's a funny joke there, Mike. I don't have any kids. If I had kids, I wouldn't be here. And they're like, oh, okay, cool, man. Well, I'm sorry. How are the child support payments? I'm going to kick your ass, Mike. And so, yeah, so all the girls went on the inside in the dance hall, and the guys stayed outside the barbecue. Now, we were, of course, you know, just happy, just drinking punch. And I'm assuming some sort of alcohol. Maybe the punch was spiked. I love that meat. I just love looking at it. All the other guys were talking to each other, and, you know, whatever guy talk that they talk about, you know, sports, you know, women, cars. I don't know if some of them were talking about meat. I don't know. I love the meat. It was great. It was beautiful. That was my favorite part. And the girls went inside, and the Duchess, you know, they were like, oh, you're not as rich as we are, so we want to give you a taste of the high life. And so the girls in there, they were, you know, putting on dresses, putting on makeup, and they're like, oh, wow, this is great, luxurious. So this is what it's like to be rich. Oh, my God, this is amazing. And like, oh, how much does this cost? And then, you know, just getting really excited. And so us guys were just, it was a blast. It was a good time. And I know I said this was a nightmare. I'm getting to that. And so, it's good. Eyelashes. Okay. So the girls got all prettied up, and the guys then were, you know, called in. It's like, oh, okay, now men, return to your women, and we're like, okay, sure. We walked into the dance hall, and that's kind of where, you know, everybody was gathered together as a big celebration. We're all here to say thanks, you know, like, hey, thanks for bringing us out, and yeah, this great time outside looking at the courtyard. It was great, and you know, it was like a whole thing where now that the girls are pretty up, we're gonna get down to the events. We'll probably have a dance and, you know, discuss things, and who knows, maybe be invited for another time. It was pretty good. It was a nice social gathering. It was really nice, and it was just a whole bunch of people there that nobody, you know, I guess, you know, the little conversation I gave earlier, I guess maybe some people knew each other, or they just made friends, or, you know, small talk. You know, just humans are social creatures. That's what they do. And so when it came time, you know, that when the festivities were at their highest and people were just having a good time, and, you know, I'm out here looking at the courtyard. I thought the courtyard was pretty cool, honestly. But there was a huge tree. I remember there was hedges, and they were actually cut in a certain way where it was kind of like a maze. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, so when we were called back into the dance hall, everybody raised their glass. You know, we just, all right, let's everybody, it was a good time. Thanks for coming out. Everybody raise your glass. We're going to toast. We're going to toast to, you know, people coming out and trying new things, and thank the Duke and thank the Duchess for showing us the high life that, you know, we may never come to see in our lifetime. It was great. I got to drink punch and see a giant roasted meat, and my girl, she looked beautiful. Whoever she was. And we all drank, and as soon as we drank, everything blacked out. And I mean, that was my experience. I drank, and then everything just went black, and I couldn't remember what had happened after I blacked out. And the thing was, not only I blacked, it wasn't just me, you know, like, oh, hey, I'm drunk, and then I passed out. No, everybody that was there, everybody blacked out. And then that's kind of when we all realized, you know, something's wrong. So this isn't right. Like, the Duchess, she invited us. She gave us all this stuff. She brought us into her home. She enticed us. And then she wanted us all to drink something. And we all passed out. Something's wrong. So I woke back up, and everything that was prim, proper, everything that was, you know, gold trim, everything looked beautiful, like it was really expensive. Everything looked like it was worn and it was there for thousands of years without anybody touching it. Like the drapes that hid away the dressing rooms. Instead of them being, you know, red with gold trim and looking really expensive, no, they were torn. They were old. They were raggedy. Like, they were there as long as this castle has been. Like, no one's touched them. You know, no one except for the spiders. There you go. And the Duchess, she was gone. You know, she wasn't there anymore. And all the people that were there, they were gone too. You know, just empty drinks around the place. And I came to, and I'm just there alone. I'm like, oh, geez. Like, what happened? So, when I came to, well, the first thing I was surprised about was the, you know, the setting. Everything was dark. Everything was missing. The other thing that also surprised me too is I wasn't wearing any pants. What's with that? Put some boxer shorts on. Put that line on there because, you know, underpants have that line. So, boys and girls, the reason why there's a line in our underpants is because when we have to pee, we don't take them off completely. We just, you know, move that line and bam, we can pee. So, so yeah, so there I'm just sitting there in my underwear. I'm like, man, what just happened? I look around, where's everybody? I look around again, where are my pants? So I I have no idea what's going on, and I remember just in my memory where the restroom was. I remember where the restroom was, so I'm like, oh god, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go look in there. Maybe my pants are in there, and I'm just freaking out because I guess, yeah, I was more concerned about the fact that I didn't wear any pants before I got to see anybody. I guess I was a little grateful nobody was there to see me without any underpants. So I was like, oh hey, I think I see my pants in there. Well, not really. I didn't really see them in there. For some reason, they were in there, but yeah, I don't know. Let's put a window in there. Gotta fumigate. Gotta, you know, let it ventilate. You know, in case you lay a giant deuce, you need to let some air out. That's what bathrooms are good for. And so, so I got dressed, and then also in the same area. I don't know. I think it was in the. I hope it was in the dining room. I found the first thing that I could grab a hold of, you know, just like, hey, I'm in an unfamiliar setting, and I need something to defend myself with. I found the bone. It was the bone of the beast that was roasting outside. You know, we just ate it all the way down to the bone. All of the meat was delicious. That was my favorite part. I missed that. I missed that roast. So, I had a bone. Da 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 da. Weapon get. Level 1 weapon get. It was a bone. So I'm walking around now and I'm feeling a little better. Like, okay, good. I'm armed. I've got a bone. And I'm trying to figure out where everybody is now. And then I start thinking, you know what? This isn't safe. Where's my girlfriend? Where is she? I finally get around to thinking, you know, where's my girlfriend? I need to save her. I need to, you know, to get out of this place. It's not safe here. And so I started poking around. Remember the drapes from earlier? I looked behind there because I remembered, hey, the dressing rooms are back there. That was the last place I remember seeing my girlfriend, or at least thinking that she was over there. She'd be back there, you know, putting on dresses and getting made up. I go back there, and a ghost woman just swoops out, like, woo! It's like, oh god, she's gonna kill me, because this is the nightmare part, and I can't draw a ghost woman right now. Here we go. We know it's a woman because of that. There we go. And it was actually the Duchess. It was the Duchess lady. And she just sent her spirit out and it's like, oh, I'm gonna kill you now. And first thing I do, my first response is hit her with the bone. Like, bam! There you go, take that. You scared me. There you go, and put my shoulder into it. Yeah, I took a mighty swing. And then she's shocked because, oh my god, I'm a ghost and you shouldn't be able to hit me with anything. But yeah, no, I hit her. I hit her and it did damage. It was effective. It was super effective. Ground attack, bam, effective against ghost type. And so then she backed off and was like, whoa, hey, I don't want you to hit me anymore. And she decided to, I'm gonna, if I can't hurt you directly, I'm going to get a minion to attack for me. And so she enchanted a suit of armor. There we go, it's a magic bolt. And it was just one of the decorative pieces. It was a suit of armor. Had a sword. It was like, okay. It was like, you command me. You've awoken me from my slumber. I'm just kidding. I wasn't really sleeping. I had no soul, but now I'm kind of forced to fight. What are the benefits, lady? Am I gonna have workman's comp in case I get injured? And she's like, no. Just go fight. Go fight the thing. It's just a guy. You have armor. You have a sword. You'll be fine. And I'm over here like, oh, okay. I'm gonna have to fight you now, buddy. Bring it on. This is bone-tastic. It's a bone. I was fighting with the bone. I loved it. I was so happy. I got to fight. I was the hero. See, these are the lives I lived in my dreams. So, the great part about fighting him though was, so he had like I said, the setting and everything was there. It reverted back to like as if it was there for thousands of years. And so he swung his mighty sword down, and it was a great sword. It was a great sword. And like, bam! It was long. It was heavy. But he missed. He missed, and I swooped. I went over here. Like, aha! You missed. My dodging skills. I'm not Gohan. I can dodge. Took no damage. Yeah, there we go. And I didn't roll or anything. No, it was like a bloodborne dodge. It was like whoosh, just quick dash, and I had a lock onto him, so I was able to quick dash instead of rolling. And then I brought the bone down on his arm, on his sword arm, because like, hey, if I stop him from swinging the sword, he won't be able to hurt me anymore. Because that's it's military training. It's combat experience. That's me playing too many video games. The bone, it broke his armor because it was already brittle. I was like, oh man, I should have got an upgrade. I don't have any insurance on this. And when it broke his arm, he also left me the greatsword. And it wasn't perfect. It's a great sword. It's a weapon, and it's not a bone, and it has length and it has reach. And so then the ghost lady was like, let me get another one then to attack you. 2-on-1. I'll double team you. Zap. Yeah, she kept zapping the suits of armor instead of zapping me. And like, bam, got another guy with a sword. And so then I was happy. I had a huge sword now. So I was like, okay, all right, let me go ahead and use the sword in one hand and use the bone in the other. Because dual wielding, it's an anime trope. You automatically are, better than everybody else. We can use two swords at once. Can you imagine Guts, the Berserker, using two swords, two Dragon Slayers at once? If the man had any tendons left in his left arm, I bet he would. Oh. So yeah, so I took a swing. Took a swing at the guy. And because the armor's brittle, yeah, he came apart. He came apart. But that's a nice butt. But he just put his armor back on. You know, just put it back on like a pair of pants. You know, like the pair of pants I was missing earlier. Yeah, so okay. Let me just put my pants back on. And pop. Good as new. So the sword didn't stop them. They were suits of armor, you know, infused with magical energy. And the sword didn't stop them. The sword just kind of, you know, it interrupted. It interrupted his movements because it's a real item. It's a real corporeal thing. But the bone though, it broke his arm, but it kept him from moving his arm again, like the first one. So the other one, like, he's still there. He's still hanging around. And his arm's busted. So he has nothing to fight me with. He can fight me with his bare hands, bare armor hands, because I stole his sword. So I'm like, okay, all right, I think I've learned this now. Using the sword doesn't knock them out. Like, it doesn't take them out completely, but it, you know, it hinders their movements. And I'm here with... Let's put the bone over here. If I remember right, I had the bone in my right hand and the sword in my left hand, but for the sake of drawing, I'm a lazy artist. Bam. So I was like, okay, alright, let's do this. I can combo attack you guys. So I would knock out the legs of one, and while he's getting back up, I would then move in and then smash the side of the other one with the bone. And the bone stopped him from moving. It's like, bam, there we go. We stopped magic. We stopped the world. Like, oh man, that's so cool. And this guy's over here is like, hey, that's my leg. I need my leg back. Because, you know, I need legs to stand on and kick you. And I'm like, bam, bam, and it's like, ah, no, you've defeated me. How much experience would you like? How much have you got? Only 2. Darn it, do you have any money? Nope, no gold. Ah! This is just a tutorial fight, isn't it? Now you're getting it. And so I took those guys out. And then the Duchess, you know, she's still watching. She's all floating up, doing her ghostly things. Like, woo. Like, yeah, I don't have any cleavage. I actually didn't have anything that showed boobs, but I'm drawing boobs just because, you know, hey, it's the Duchess. Woo. Lazy arms and lazy wooness. She's like, you know what, fine, you're more trouble than you're worth, but I already have everyone else, and I'm going to go suck the life out of them, and now I'm going to kill them all. And I'm like, no, you're not. I have a bone, and I will defeat you, because apparently for some reason or other, the bone does damage to magical and spiritual things. And beyond that, I have a sword, and I can actually hit real things with the sword. It has reach, it has weight. You know, I'll mess you up. And so then, you know, I'm in the so we're still in the dance hall at this whole point, and then she just busts out of there. She's like, woo, like, I'm out of here. Catch up, freak. Calling me freak, she's a ghost. And yeah, so there's a spit roast. Well, I mean, there's the spit, there's no more roast. I'm holding the bone. And there's a courtyard, and then there's the wall. And then over here, that's where she then, like zaps more guards. And like I said, there is a labyrinth hedge maze. Man, this is... Oh yeah, you can definitely tell those are guards. Hold on, let me give them a little plumage. The the visors. Yeah. And there were more than just suits of armor. There were also guys there too with there are guys with a little plumage there with crossbows. And actually, those kind of worry me the most. I hate needles. I hate the idea, of being shot. So yeah, they were concerned. They were a priority. I had to watch out. I had to watch the corners. And yes, it was me. It was me fighting these guys. So, I didn't want to die. I wanted to fight them. So that's also where the whole sword and bone combo came from. Because the suits of armor didn't have actual bodies. These guys had actual bodies, and I could smack them with the sword, and bam, they'd fall down dead. But the suits of armor, though, they were made of magic. They were made of spirits, spiritual energy. They were made of 401k plans. And so, smack them, and bam, all their investments fall apart, and they don't have the will to live anymore. Oh, that's sad. But yeah, so that was my nightmare. Because it sounds cool the way I'm explaining it, but it was dark. It was dark. It was Dark Soulsy. Like, it also had remnants of Silent Hill. I could have died. I seriously could have died. And ghosts. I don't mean like, oh, hey, like my ghost girl Ray. No, she's pretty nice. No, this was creepy, exaggerated face, some dark soul. Dark Soul. I'm not talking about the franchise when I say Dark Soul. I just like, ooh, I'm gonna kill you all, kind of thing. Just very menacing. Ah! She did not look like the pretty lady that invited us to the to the ball, to the party. And this is the same lady that gave me the roast, but she's not the same lady that gave my girlfriend nice clothes. There you go. God, I really hope she does not have a cleavage cut out. I'm pretty sure she didn't. She was covered up, and who wants to look at that anyway? Not me. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There's her personality right there. So, yeah, so that was generally my story, my dream. That's the kind of life I live in my dream. In my real life, though, no, I'm just a guy who works a job for money, have bills to pay. I've cracked glasses because I don't have insurance. I don't have vision insurance. And yeah, sure, you can pay out of your pocket, and everybody says, no, don't pay out of your pocket, it's more expensive. And, well, here's the thing, you either do the job and it gets done, or you keep putting it off. And if you keep putting it off, you keep finding reasons to put it off, and then it never gets done. You become a super procrastinator, all because there's a right time to do it. Do you know what the right time to do things? The right time to do anything is now. And I can't do things right now. Why? Because I have no money. So there's my reason. No, I'm just kind of sad old fat sack. There's an actual size. Okay. Here's the actual size of my cheeks. There we go. And I just draw. I just sketch. I just draw, I sketch, play video games. Play League of Legends, play Hearthstone. I play anything. I play most anything. But the real game, though, the real fun, has got to be the life that I live once I close my eyes. Because the idea, in my mind, that I could be the kind of guy who's willing to figure out puzzles, like, oh hey, there's a weapon I really like, but it doesn't work. Here's a weapon I also really like, and it seems to work, but I need it in combination of the other one, because if the knights move around too fast, I gotta smash their legs, I gotta keep them from moving. Well, then, hey, there you go. I figured out a puzzle, and it's something I can do. Me. So, yeah, sorry for ranting, and I kind of went off a lot longer. I was just gonna talk about drawing, but I had a little fun with that project. But, yeah. Thank y'all for listening. If you like what you saw, just let me know. Maybe I'll do this again sometime, and hope you have a good day. Ciao. Ouch.